Near the beginning of the war, public opinion was towards that of neutrality. Sour memories of World War I participation and help from groups like the Nye Committee, who endorsed claims that World War I was just a ploy to preserve American bankers' profits, helped to coerce the government into passing the Neutrality Acts.
The acts were created and revised around a 6-year period, from 1935 to 1941. Those of 1935 and 36 sanctioned an embargo on arms, prohibition of loans, and reduced American travelers by ship. These applied to all belligerent countries at the time.
The act in 1937 further decreased the U.S.'s interaction with warring countries by placing an embargo on all forms of trade with them. This was known as the cash and carry policy, because if the belligerent country could pay in hard cash and carry the products on its own ships, the U.S. would keep trade open.
These acts of isolationism in America only lasted a short time. With increasing tensions between China and Japan, Hitler's actions calling European nations into war, and a president who felt strongly towards intervention, provisions were soon made in 1939. These included a broader cash and carry system in which if the belligerent country could pay and use its own ships, arms sales would also be allowed. This greatly aided France and Britain in the fight against Nazi Germany.
Even more revisions to the Neutrality Acts were made in 1941, creating the Lend-Lease policy, which would allow loans rather than sales of munitions to Allied forces. This revision narrowly passed right before the attack on Pearl Harbor, which ultimately led to the public support of America's entry into war.